Jai Shri Ram. Once again, we are here to read out the holy epic of Ramayana. Yesterday, we were party we witnessed the marriage of celestial couple Prabhu Rama and Devi Sita. It was happy time for all of the people of Ayodhya as well as Mithila. Raja Dashrath was happy for all his children. They all were married now to beautiful wives who they are going to be their partners for life. So here they start the journey towards Ayodhya. Lord Rama with Devi Sita, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughan, along with their wives, start out their journey to Ayodhya. So on the fourth day of Ramayana Masam, let us start with the travel journey to Ayodhya. The return journey to Ayodhya was pleasant at the start. The king had all his four sons equipped for life and also wedded befittingly. So nobody was happier than he. But all on a sudden, there was a disturbance. The wind blew furiously. The earth seemed to shake. The sky was overcast with darkness. The atmosphere became oppressive. Dramatically, they appeared on the scene the terrific figure of Parashurama, the sworn enemy of the Kshatriyas, the uprooter of that race. Parashurama means Rama of the battle axe. He bore a big bow on one shoulder and his characteristic battle axe on the other. His father, the sage Jamadagni, was put to death by a king. Parashurama therefore took a vow to exterminate the Kshatriya race. Disturbance of the elements preceded his arrival at a place. With his matted locks twisted overhead like a cone, he was terrible to look at. His face emitted fire as it were. Dashrata was not prepared for this turn of event. He became unnerved. In choked voice, he pleaded for the safety of his son, who was tender age and who had done no harm to the visiting warrior sage. But Parashurama ignored the very existence of Dashrata and his retinue, including Vashishta and other holy men. He singled out Rama and challenged him in a roaring voice. Parashurama, you a Kshatriya shaft, you managed to win a cheap championship among worthless rustics by breaking the rickety Shiva bow. Here is the Vishnu bow. I demand that you string it and give me battle. Even otherwise, you are doomed along with your group. Rama's first rejoinder. Hey Parashurama, we youngsters learn right attitude and good conduct seeing the example set by elders like you. But if you are constantly given to anger and excitement, from whom are we to learn this demeanor? The observation had a psychological effect on the aggressor, and that was the first point gained against him. Rama's second rejoinder, your reverend made ridiculing reference to my Kshatriya descent. But I happen to be in that lineage by the divine dispensation and not by personal choice. Great ones recognize man by merit and not by birth into this line or that. Parashurama felt that the folly of his rude remark, but he did not confess. The second point also went against him. Rama's decisive blow comes at the third point. I string your bow not to show off my strength, but in obedience to your order. Holy sir, it is done. Rama breaks the bow and he says, Holy sir, it is done. I did it as an obedient student. I did not show the strength which I possessed. Neither I wanted to show how powerful I am. Now I set the arrow to the bow, never to withdraw. It is ever invincible. Please point out the target to it. Parashurama, now calm down. He knew who he was talking to. He was none other than the avatar of his own self, of his own Narayana, of his own Mahavishnu. It is a rare occurrence in our history that two avatars of Lord Vishnu comes face to face. Otherwise, we have seen most of the avatars have been taking birth one after another in various yugas, but this was a very rare occurrence when Lord Rama comes face to face with Bhagwan Parashurama, both avatar of Bhagwan Vishnu. So Parashurama now calmed down and he says, My Lord, now I realize who you are. You have already nullified my vanquilous power. You are the supreme come on the earth to set right dharma. Please aim your arrow on my pride and egoism. Rama does so mentally, and Parashurama gains in wisdom. His function as a destructive force is over. He is directed by the young savior to retire into Himalayas and be absorbed in austerity. This was the first spiritual exploit of Sri Rama come on the earth for this great purpose. Two more exploits we have, that is one with Bali and other with Ravana. The party reached the beautiful city of Ayodhya in due course. The city was gaily decorated. The citizens were beside themselves with joy at the royal arrival. The bridegrooms and the brides were heartily welcomed. Joyous greetings were exchanged. The happy mothers of the princes gave loving reception to their sons. They fondly accepted the fair brides and greeted them with motherly affection. Supreme bliss prevailed in the palace. So here we come to the end of Balakandam. Tomorrow we will start with Ayodhya Kandam. Till then, I take your leave and I wish and I pray Bhagwan Ram blesses all of us on earth during these tough times, and let us all have the virtue of Bhagwan Ram of keeping calm and dignity during the time of crisis as well as peace. May Lord Ram bless you all. Jai Shri Ram.